Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a little pregnancy update. This is really weird for me to film, but I definitely want to put it out there because I think it's very, very important for me to tell you guys what's been going on. So we're just going to jump straight into it. But the good thing is I feel tons better, and I'm going to explain like how I felt to what I feel now. But yeah, I do feel tons better, so that's really good. So yesterday, it's actually Wednesday today, yesterday, for the past 2 days, I've been getting pains come on in my stomach, but more like it kind of feels like a tightening in my stomach, like just my stomach was sort of spasming, tightening up, and it just felt very, very uncomfortable. So I'm currently nearly 27 weeks pregnant. I'm 27 weeks on Saturday. Every Saturday I turn the new week. And my mum was here. My mum's been staying with me for a few days. And she started doing a little bit of she started thinking, could it be contractions? Because the pain was unbearable. And when I say unbearable, the wave of pain was just so excruciating that I had to stop talking. I had to literally hold onto the sofa, bend over, and just work my way through it. Like, I just had to kind of breathe through it. And it is true, if you do breathe slowly and you pant fast, it does help. So my mum started counting. Oh, she's kicking. My mum started counting the waves of pain, and it turned out that it was 2 minutes apart. So I was like, there's no way I could ever be going into labour. I'm 27 weeks. There's just no way. Now my mum said, you can, it can happen, and I have heard people can go into labour at any time. So I left it for an hour, and we was like working on it, listening to it, like just I was listening to my body, seeing how I felt, had some paracetamol, and I went and done a little bit of work on my laptop, and I think it was within about half an hour I was back in that same pain, and it hurt so much. So I rang my midwife, like the 24/7 midwife, and I said, look, I'm getting this pain, I'm getting like these waves of pain, I feel like my stomach is clenching, tightening up, and it's so uncomfortable. And also guys, I had really high temperature, like I was so hot, I felt so uncomfortable. It was absolutely torrential rain outside, and it was really cold. My mum was under a blanket and my partner was in a hoodie, and I'm the one that's always cold, but I was boiling, and I just thought something's not right. But the baby was moving, I could feel her kicking, nothing was, I knew that she'd be okay. So they asked a few questions. They asked if I had any discharge, which TMI, I did have quite a bit of discharge yesterday. And they said, come up to the hospital, we just want to check you out. So I got up to the hospital, and it was the most surreal thing that's ever happened to me. It's really given me a wake-up call. I had no hospital bag, mind you, because I wasn't going to do my hospital bag until my next scan, which is on the 8th of October, and I will be around 28, 29 weeks. And I thought, I don't need a hospital bag, nothing, you know, not yet, not time yet, let's give it a few weeks. So I literally grabbed my pink duffel bag, I put as much as I possibly could in it, and I swear to you, the midwife was like, it's a possibility, you could go into labour right now. So I went into the nursery, and I was like to my mum, do I need baby clothes? Do I need to grab nappies? Do I need to grab baby clothes? Do I need to grab anything? Is this it? Like, am I gonna have this baby girl? And she was like, no, don't grab anything. If you do need anything, we can always come back, or they will provide, sorry, bless her, she's just cleaning for me. Yeah, so if anything happens and this baby comes, then they'll provide a lot of it, like nappies and stuff. So I went into a little room, and I was actually sat in the waiting room, and I was in pain. There was all these women around me that were pregnant. I think I was like I felt like I was the one that was the biggest. I felt massive compared to them. And I was literally holding my mum's hand when these pains come on, and I was just like trying to work through it. And I seriously thought, me and Liam looked at each other and we was like, no, not yet. This is not possible. I'm not even 30 weeks. So went into the little room and they done my observations, and it turned out I had high blood pressure. Now, just a quick little update. My mum actually suffered with preeclampsia with me. She had preeclampsia when she got to, I think it was 2 weeks before I was due. And I was due in February. I was supposed to be a Valentine's baby. And she got such bad preeclampsia that she had to be induced, and I was early. I came in January. So obviously high blood pressure, and I was really hot. I had a temperature. They was like, you've got really high blood pressure. It could be a possibility of preeclampsia. So I had my urine tested, nothing come back in that, no protein was in my urine, because that's the first sign of preeclampsia. So thank goodness. But when she was doing my observations, I had this feeling, this tightening feeling in my stomach, and I had this tightening feeling, and she literally put her hand onto my stomach and she felt the tightening, and she was like, girl, this could be contractions. So I had a doctor come in and they done an examination down below, and that was extremely uncomfortable. I had to have, I don't know what it's called, but I had to have this tube put up there, and they just checked the cervix to see if it was open, to see if I was going into labour. Now, thankfully my cervix was closed, so whatever these contractions weren't affecting down that part, like my cervix. But she did say, I'm going to do a swab and see if you are going to go into labour, or if there's a possibility you're going to go into labour today, tomorrow, sort of thing. And I really started thinking, guys, I really started thinking to myself, oh my goodness, it's happening. This could happen. I could be going into labour. I have no plan. I am not ready. All I could think about was the clothes that I've got her. They're not going to fit. She's going to be so tiny. She's going to be premature. And I was worried about all of them things. And I said to the lady, I said, if the baby is coming now, will she be okay? And she goes, yes, there's plenty of baby doctors. They do so much with premature babies now. It's amazing how clever, and the technology they have is amazing. So the results came back. I was not going into labour. Thank goodness, she's not due. She's not coming yet. So it turns out that basically I just had really high blood pressure. I had my bloods done, nothing came back in that, but my blood pressure was an issue. So even though I went up there thinking we were going into labour, they still have basically saved me and my baby's life, because preeclampsia could have hit me so hard, really hard, like my mum. I would have been induced and the baby would have had to come early. And it's not always that simple either. He did say that it can cause fits, it can cause the baby to get really poorly, it can cause either one of us to not survive. So that's what happened to my mum. So I'm so thankful that I went up there. I feel like the reason I had these pains was like a sign for me to go up there and get checked out. So if you get any pains, you feel any uncomfortableness, even if you are early, even if you're God knows how many weeks, just go, because they're so good, they're so kind, and it's not an embarrassing thing. Like, you have to be checked out. This is important. This is a baby growing inside of you. So if you feel anything where you just don't feel right, or you just feel uncomfortable, or something just doesn't feel good, or just doesn't feel right to you, just go, because I'm so thankful, like I really am, that I went up there and now I'm on these blood pressure tablets that are going to bring my blood pressure down. I have to go back on Friday so I have to go back in 2 days to see if my blood pressure has come down. If not, I have to stay in, but I'm sure it will come down with these tablets. But I tell you what, I feel so much better in myself. Like, I literally feel like I can do things. I was really struggling with temperature. Like, I was boiling, I was sweating. I mean, if you know me, with my thyroid condition, I get extremely cold, and when people are boiling, I'm freezing. So it was just weird. It wasn't like me to be cold. It wasn't like me to be warm. And also, if you touched, like if you looked at my cheeks last night, my cheeks were just so rosy. I went in there, I was huffing, I was puffing, I was in pain, and my cheeks were just rosy. So they gave me codeine for the pain, helped so well. They've given me also Buscopan because I have struggled with IBS, and I was having some bowel spasms as well. And they've given me whatever the blood pressure tablets are called, but they've given me them, and I have to have them twice a day. And I'm just so grateful that I went up there, because the doctor said if you didn't, then I could have developed really bad preeclampsia like my mum, and I could have gone that same way with the baby. But on the good side, we had her heart checked. She's got a very, very strong heartbeat, and it was just it was just the weirdest thing. And I'm so happy and grateful as well that I had a lot of you guys were messaging me because of what Instagram I put up that I was at the hospital, and that's why I wanted to do this video today, because I don't want you to think there's anything wrong, because there's not, and she's not here yet. But I just wanted to thank you for your messages as well. But I had a lot of friends to reach out to last night, because it was the scariest time ever. And what didn't help was there was so many girls there that was around my sort of stage, like 20, 28 weeks sort of thing. And all I was hearing was, "You're going into labour. We're going to have to induce you." That's all I could hear. And then I heard this woman screaming, and my mum was like, "She's being induced." I was like, oh God. Oh, it was so scary, because me and Liam were just, obviously, we did not want her to come yet. If she had to, she has to. But I want her to cook a little bit more, and I want her to be ready. I want her to be ready, not just me. I want her to be ready, and she's not ready yet. There's no way. So I'm so glad that my blood pressure is going to be sorted out, and my temperature has come down massively, so that is so good. So yeah, I just wanted to share this video because it's very, very important to listen to your body, and if you do feel any uncomfortableness or anything just doesn't feel right, especially in pregnancy, just go to the doctors, ring your midwife and get checked out, because I wasn't gonna go. I was having these pains, and my mum was like, "You need to ring the midwife." And I was like, why? It's probably just wind, or it's probably just tightening or stretching pains. And she was like, "Melissa, you're getting it in waves, like it's coming in waves." I was even not bouncing, I was even on my exercise ball, and I was rolling, and it was helping. So we honestly thought she was coming. We honestly did. Oh my God, we honestly did, and so did the doctor. So it was the weirdest time ever. It's really given me a wake-up call to get everything ready, because I need to. The next video I'm gonna film a packing a hospital bag with you guys, and then you can leave me tips down below what I need in my bag, so I'm ready next time, because I was not ready at all. I went in such a mess. But yeah, I'm so glad my mum was with me also, because she held my hand through it, through the pain, and she was kind of the one that made me go up there, because she was like, "This is not wind, this isn't normal, you need to go up there." And I was just so hot, my temperature was just, but I feel tons better, and I feel relaxed, and I feel like I'm happy to hear that she's okay, because the pain I was in, all I could think about was, if my belly's tightening that hard, is she okay? But yeah, they checked her. She's very low down. She seems to be very low down. Yes, you're kicking. She seems to be very low down, and she seems to have a very, very strong heartbeat, and everything else is good. So, just wanted to film this video for you guys, just in case you are in a pregnancy and you feel like, you know, you need to go up. Just go. Just go. Don't matter what your husband, your boyfriend, your friend, anyone says. If you don't feel right, go, because I'm telling you, they will look after you. They will help you. And I'm just so grateful that I went, because I would have ended up in a lot worse situation, and I just want everything to be okay. So yes, really happy, really grateful, and yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as you possibly can. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you do want more pregnancy updates, because it's really nice for me to share it with you, because I also feel like I'm getting a lot off my chest, and it's just easier for me, because I was up all night thinking to myself, oh my god, I could have had that baby last night. I could be in labour. So that's all I could think about. But it's just given me a bit more of a push to have my bag ready, to have my nursery ready, to have her nursery ready, to have everything ready now. We didn't even get time to open the car seat. Like, I had to go. So if she was coming, my partner Liam would have had to come back home to get the car seat. Like, we were not ready. There was just no plan. I think everything happens for a reason, and she's not coming yet. She's not supposed to come yet, and there was a reason I went up there, and it's helped me and the baby, so I'm just so grateful. So yeah, let me know down below if you are pregnant and you have any tips for me, and any possible tips to help me relax, because apparently high blood pressure, you're supposed to relax more, and I don't know how much more I can possibly relax, because I'm just relaxing all the time. I just obviously do this, but yeah, I need to relax more apparently. So I'm just gonna be lazy for the rest of my pregnancy. I'm just gonna take my time, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna have my baths, I'm gonna drink my tea and my hot chocolate, and I'm just gonna treat myself, because the feeling that it could have been over like that, and I could have been giving birth like that, is just really shocks me, and I just feel like it's giving me such a wake-up call. So yeah, let me know down below any stories that you guys have had, any pregnancy issues or tips that you've got for me, and I will see you in another video. Bye guys. Hi Niles, do you want to come here? Come here then. Goodbye. No, Liam wants to say goodbye. My mum's alarm's going off, because if you didn't know, I'm filming at 7 o'clock. Who gets up and films at 7 o'clock? I love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe for more pregnancy related things, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!